back to my channel. My name is Malika and this is the Align Life with Malika. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about my favorite personal astrology apps. And some of you are probably familiar with some of them and you might not be. And why do I have so many different astrology apps? Because I love astrology. I love learning about astrology and how it is very, very accurate about things that are going on in our society and things about myself. So I wanted to share my favorite astrology apps with you. I'm going to try to put them on this side or that side, but we're going to start off with my hands down, my favorite astrology app is Pattern. And I'm going to see if I can find Pattern here. This is the Pattern. And I don't want to put my business out there like that. But it says Pattern, so you see it. Okay, so Pattern. So Pattern, I'll just run a little clip through here. The Pattern app, if you're on iPhone, it's different on Android, and I hate that about certain apps, but that's just how it is. But the Pattern, literally, it shows you the cycles and the patterns that you're in. It doesn't talk so much about the astrology that's going on, although it does have comment sections, so people might put the aspects and the transits that are going on, but it really talks about what's personally affecting you in your chart, what's being lit up by okay, so you have your birth chart, which is your set planets and those set aspects that are happening during your birth. And then you have what is happening right now each and every day, how the planets are moving. And what they're doing is calculating that and seeing how that is affecting your natal birth chart. So that's a fixed chart that is being calculated by the current transits that are happening. And it tells you about yourself. It tells you about the upcoming patterns that you're going to be going through. And I love that. I love it because it's an easy way to get into astrology, but you don't really have to get into astrology, so to speak. You just have to know your birth time, your birthday, and your birthplace. If you don't know your birth time, then I would say try to get as close as possible to it as you can, maybe within a 2-hour window. But again, the Pattern, it basically shows you the patterns you were born with, and then it shows you how the transits that are happening right now are affecting you and what patterns that is putting you in. And I like that they call it patterns because I talk a lot about on this channel, I talk a lot about patterns and how patterns affect us and how we have to become self-aware to see what patterns we are in. And they have a unique way of showing you that. So that's why I love them. It really teaches you a lot about yourself. And some people, get freaked out by it because it can be very, very accurate. Again, especially with birth time, and other people, if they're older in life, they may have already experienced this naturally and overcame, or whatever the case may be. So it might not be as prevalent for them. But I love it because it allows you to connect with other people who might be going through that same pattern, and you can see their experience, and then you can just get more insight into yourself. And they also do offer a beta dating thing. So if you're interested in dating, you can go ahead and check that out. It's on iOS and Android. However, I will say that iOS seems to get the better versions of these apps. So the next app I want to talk about is CoStar. Let me see if I can bring up CoStar, y'all. Let me just show y'all my app tray on here. Okay, so this is CoStar right here. and I'll try to get a moving video about it too. But CoStar is my second favorite app. CoStar, again, you put your birth chart in. They use a different house system. I'm not going to get into all of that, but CoStar, for the most part, I resonate with it. Now, CoStar, let's just say this real quick. The pattern and CoStar, depending on what pattern or aspect it is on CoStar, it will talk to you from a negative standpoint. What do I mean by that? It will talk to you as if you are, say that you sometimes get super pessimistic. Well, it's going to try to say, hey, don't be like a Debbie Downer. Like, CoStar is really going to call you out and tell you about yourself. The pattern app does too, but it also, not saying that CoStar is just negative, it's trying to show you your negative traits, I believe, more prominently so that you can switch over to the more positive. I mean, we have to be balanced people. We're never going to be, if you're 100% positive all the time, I'm sure that that's being fake. But the thing is, it's trying to get you to balance out that and work on not doing what it's saying you might be doing. So CoStar is kind of calling you out. Okay, Pattern App is calling you out too, but CoStar, I really feel attacked by CoStar a lot of the times because it's calling you out. The feature that I like most about CoStar is that it gives you, like, every day there's a new, like, quote that it gives you, and I like that. And it also, in the CoStar app, it tells you, like, who to avoid for that day or who to gravitate towards. So, like, my sister is my friend on CoStar, and it tells me the days when we're really going to be vibing and having good conversations and what my sister can help me work through if I'm having a challenge and stuff like that, versus it might say, my sister is a Capricorn sun, so, and I'm a Scorpio sun, so it might say, today's a great day to talk to your sister, but it's not a great day to talk to fire sons. So it kind of like gives you that advice. And then there's a section in here when you can, like, kind of learn from different people who share the same placement or have the same sign as you, where they call it chaos mode. And it doesn't show your name, your username, but they just say, like, say it's like, how do Cancers make friends? And then, like, you'll get to see other people's ideas of how Cancers make friends. And then they have this thing called chaos mode where you can write yourself little notes, and on the days it feels like you need that note the most, or that is going to resonate with you the most, then it'll send that note back to you. So I love that about CoStar. It's amazing, but it does be attacking me. It attacks me. Okay, the next app that I love is Sanctuary. So let me just show y'all Sanctuary. This is Sanctuary right here. And I'm not clicking on it because obviously it's my personal astrology, and I'm going to show you, like, little demos that they have over here. But Sanctuary is third for me. Sanctuary is, they just added a new feature with a chart wheel that you can click on, and it tells you about how your chart works and all of that stuff. So if you really want to know about the houses and the systems and stuff like that, Sanctuary is one of the places you can go, because it now has that interactive chart that's going to allow you to understand what your first house is about, what your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all the way to your 12th house, what that is all about. And if you don't know what houses are, houses basically tell you, houses are like this system, and your first house is like, you know, your personality and stuff like that, and then it just keeps going and going. Like, your 7th house is about relationships, and your 10th house is about your career and your public image, and it goes on, and it'll show you what planets you have there. And if you don't have any planets there, etc. Like, that's why I'm liking Sanctuary, but I've had Sanctuary since the beginning. So the other thing I like about Sanctuary is it gives you a tarot card of the day when you see your horoscope of the day, and it does kind of talk about the major aspect that may be impacting you for the day. It gives you a rundown of, it gives you a horoscope, not a horoscope, but kind of like a horoscope for your sun sign and your rising sign. So for instance, say your sun sign is Leo and your rising sign is Gemini, then it's going to tell you how this transit or how the day is going to affect your rising sign, which your rising sign is how you present yourself in the world. I am a Gemini rising, so most people, when they meet me, they say I'm very talkative, very bubbly, all of that stuff. That's my Gemini coming out of me. This red and black, oh, this is the Scorpio. But my Gemini is my more bubbly, fun side, and not a lot of people get to see that because it comes out in social settings, but it's like surface level shit. You know what I'm saying? But Sanctuary, that's what I love about Sanctuary. My next app is Nebula. This is Nebula right here. So Nebula is another app where it's going to give you, what I like about Nebula is that it has themes for each week, month, and the year. So when you go to Nebula, you have to watch a little ad unless you subscribe. And when you go to Nebula, it'll tell you what your theme of for each day, the week, and the month, and the year is. So like, for instance, if you go to Nebula, I think mine was, what was it? It's career. So the focus for today is supposed to be like career. And it'll tell you the major aspect of the day that might be affecting you. It talks about how the moon is going to affect you that day, because the moon, our moon is our emotions. It's how we process emotions. But the moon moves through signs every 2.5 days. So the moon right now is in Leo. So it tells me how the Leo moon is going to affect me. I have a Cancer natal moon, which is your birth chart moon sign. So it's showing in aspect how that transit moon is affecting my natal moon. And I love that because you get right Jimmy to the money, like, oh, this Leo moon is not, I'm not feeling it. Okay, I'm not feeling it. And then the other thing that I like about Nebula is it does have a community section too. I haven't used it, but it has a community section too where you often see people giving words of encouragement and stuff like that. But yeah, I like how it breaks it down and gives you an overall message. And then it tells you the aspect of the day. And then it tells you how the moon is going to be affecting you. So I love that. My next app is, my last two apps are Astro Future. And I'm going to actually open Astro Future. Hold on. So this is Astro Future. Come on. Astro Future doesn't need the internet or anything to be on to work. So Astro Future, we're clicking it, and then you get this whole, like, it shows you how the transits are aspecting your natal chart. And if you scroll down here, hold on. If you scroll down here, it'll show you what qualities are outspoken. Like today, my cardinal quality is weak. Cardinal signs are Cancer, Capricorn, I want to say Sagittarius, and I'm leaving air. What air sign is it? Lord, not Aquarius. Libras? Yeah, Libras, I think. Don't quote me on that. But it tells you that, and then it tells you the aspects that are affecting you the most. Like today, for instance, natal Jupiter is transiting Mars in a trine. Trines are like good aspects, you know, they're like easygoing aspects. And it might say you have a square, which is like a frustrating aspect. But I love it because it gives you a breakdown of the main aspects that are affecting you each day. And you can run synergy charts in here. You can do that on the pattern app too. Let me just go back to the pattern real quick. The pattern app has the most beautiful way of sharing the bonds. They do a friendship and a romantic bond, so you can see how you guys work together with friendships and romance. And I love that about it. But yeah, so that's Astro Future, and the last app is Shani. So this is Shani, and what I love about Shani is I'm offline, so it's being retarded, but what I love about Shani is it gives you this whole breakdown of the week. It gives you a tarot card of the week, an affirmation of the week. It tells you how the full moons and the new moons are going to affect you. It gives you an overall like horoscope of your year, how your year is going to go, what you're going to go through. It tells you about where the different planets are, like the generational planets that move slower, such as like Uranus and Saturn. It tells you what they're going to be doing for you that year. It gives you like an emoji for each day and like a phrase, so you know what this day is going to be about. But I really like it. There's meditations on that app. There's rituals on the app, and those are like the vibes. Oh, and it also breaks down the north nodes. That's one of the things that I love about Shani app. It breaks down the north node. So right now the north node is in Taurus and the south node is in Scorpio, and it tells you how that's going to affect you. And if you do not have iPhone, because you need iPhone for Astro Future and Shani app, if you don't have iPhone, then you can get Shani to email you on Android, and she'll email you the same information that's on here. So I love that about Shani app. So those are my top astrology apps. Oh my God, I just lit up so much after talking about that, because I love getting a deeper insight into what's going on with ourselves and what's going on with us in the world. So hopefully this was helpful. Maybe you're not like me and you don't need all of these apps, but maybe you are kind of like me and you want to have these apps on your phone and just see how they correspond with each other and see what's going on each and every day for you. But I really feel like they are very helpful in your journey to discover yourself, in your journey to live a life that is more in alignment with who you truly are. Hence the channel. That's what this channel is all about, the aligned life with Malika. It's personal to me, but it's broad in the sense that I want you guys to live an aligned life. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite astrology apps, and if you have some that maybe I didn't mention here, let me know so I can check them out. And hope you will subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. And as always, peace and love. See you in the next one. Bye.